I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's my home to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one. And I walk alone. My shadow's the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there would find me. Till then I walk alone. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid, or am I stoned? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. So I went to a whore. She said my life's a bore. So quit my whining, 'cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah. grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Or am I stoned? Welcome into the Cove. It's Friday night. Thank you all so much for being here. In the 24th episode of In the Cove. This is the one. Let me read it again. This is the one about how no one knows what this show is going to be about. And I'll tell you why. It's because our family was set to go out of town this weekend. And we were actually, Jamie and I were going to take... Why is there an Amazon Fresh? You know, I mentioned Amazon Fresh on a Zoom the other day, and now all I see are Amazon Fresh ads. Even behind me during the Cove. That's weird. Anywho, big brother, we were going to take the kids snowboarding this weekend, and some things happened and that fell through, and so here we are. And I said, it's Friday night, let's do a show. And I put the call out during deep cuts. I said, hey, anybody who wants to perform in the Cove on Friday night, let me know. And so guess what? We are going to have a great show tonight with great guests, but it is the one about how no one knows what it's going to be about. Of course, at most of these fun, festive Cove festivals, I've got a producer behind the scenes, and that is producer Craig Jackman. Producer Craig. Hello, sir.
How do you do, sir?
I am doing quite well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I first want to apologize because I bopped in twice trying to set up a few things during your performance, so please forgive me for doing that.
I saw you out of the corner of my eye, and I went, I'm muted, aren't I?
No.
I'm muted.
Yeah, no, that one was on me. So I am so sorry. So audience, and please, Paul, please forgive me.
Yeah, all is forgiven. Nothing... There's trust me, I've had those moments.
This is Vaudacity. That's true.
So we're going to have a fun night tonight. We've got some special guests. We've got Zachary White in the wings.
Oh, yes.
We've got, of course, Mr. Craig Jackman is here. He's going to grace us with a song as well. David Benjamin is going to join us later as well.
And we have actually a pair of Benjamins, don't we?
Yeah, his better half is here as well, Amanda Benjamin. Ooh. And we got some stuff to tease later on. Of course, we've got poetry and videos. That's what the Cove is. It's poetry, videos, and music and friends. That's what we're doing here.
Yes.
And let's... while we're talking about the performers, let's tell everybody, of course, all of our streams are free on YouTube. But if you want to thank our performers with a special gift, we've got a direct virtual tip jar for each performer here tonight. If anybody knocks your socks off, or if there's anybody in specific that you came to support this evening, there's a direct line to say thank you to them. Or you can split a tip amongst the entire cast at the bottom of the Google chat with a super chat. And if you do that while we're on the air, I will read whatever message you pass along with that as well, our Vaudacigrams. We are going to jump into my next song, but I have no idea what it is. We're going to, Amanda on Demanda style, spin a wheel that is filled with past requests, songs I've never done, and it's just a jambalaya of different genres, and we're going to see what happens. Craig, do we have that wheel?
There's our wheel.
There it is. Let's give it a spin.
Let's do this.
Lower Sauter.
Interesting song.
Coming straight out the gate with this one. I did this one on episode 2 of In the Cove, and I don't believe I've done it since then, anywhere, anyhow. But it was suggested to me that I do that song again sometime. So since this is the one about how no one knows what it's going to be about, it's going to be about this right here, right now. Let me just be sure to grab the version that I know. We're expecting a rainstorm this today and tomorrow, and here where I am, we got zilch. I don't know if anybody out there got some.
We got zilch down here in Orange County too.
Really? So this huge weather event that was supposed to happen
was major cloudy though, but nothing.
I feel like every time they say we're gonna get a lot of rain, it never happens.
And then when we don't, we get nice big thunderstorms.
Is that how it works?
I think that's how it worked the last week, because boy, we got a doozy of a thunderstorm, at least down here.
Did you?
Oh yeah, it was gorgeous. Oh. In fact, it was 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, because I posted that up on Facebook.
Mm.
Oh, and by the way.
Oh! Thank you to my friend Show Blue in the chat. Here for Paul, as always. Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you here. And thank you for that bit of support. I appreciate you. Here's a little, Damien Rice with Blower's Daughter. So it is just like you said it would be. Life goes easy on me most of the time. So it is a shorter story. No love, no glory. No hero in her sky. Can't take my eyes off of you. Can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. Can't take my eyes off of you. Can't take my eyes. So it is just like you said it should be. We'll both forget the breeze most of the time. So it is the colder water, the blower's daughter, the pupil in denial. I can't take my eyes off of you. 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 I can't take my eyes, my eyes. Oh, did I say that I loathe you? Did I say that I want to leave it all behind? I can't take my eyes off of you, and I can't take my mind off of you. 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 I can't take my mind, my mind, till I find somebody new. How is that caveat? I love you until I find somebody else. Uh-oh. Wah, wah, wah. I've never seen ads in my aquarium before. Have you, Craig? Have I just never noticed? Or is that...
No, I've never. Are they popping up now? I didn't see that.
First it was Amazon Fresh, and then some toothpaste commercial just came on or something. I'm going to have to look into this. Maybe I'm on the...
You know how sometimes they're throwing ads out there regardless.
Nah, I didn't know about that.
Well, typically in the beginning, but maybe, I don't know. I know that's a, one of those long 2-hour type ones or something like that, but who knows?
All right. Well, hello to everybody who is in the chat. I see Corey Benjamin. I mentioned Show Blue earlier. Christina, Dari, our social media team. Zach White, cast member. Jeremy, hi, hello. I see Diana. Hunter's here. Hi, Hunter. Hunter rocks that song that I just played like no one's business. He performs that one. Performs the shit out of that one. Melissa Catano, hello. Anna Gianavola, our cruise director. Angelica Bolschweiler, hello. Congrats on getting that Big Bear cabin on the vacation sites. Looks nice. All right. Well, if you're here and you haven't said hello yet, pop in, say hello. Hello, Susan. Good to see you again. Thank you all for being here on another Friday night in the Cove with myself, producer Craig, and special guests. Let's bring in our first guest all the way from the state of Texas, the Lone Star State. Give it up for Zachary Wise.
Hey, Paul.
Hello, my friend. Good to see you.
It's great to see you too. Thank you for having me on.
Of course, happy to have you. What's new? What's been happening with you?
Well, just been busy. Busy sending out job applications. I actually walked out on a job interview the other day.
Oh.
I know a few people in the chat know about it because I mentioned it when it happened, but basically at a job interview at a box retailer, and one of the things that they wanted me to do in order to be employed was to get a crew cut.
Interesting.
And I'm just like, okay, you don't tell me how to style my hair. It's either you, they're like, okay, no tattoos, no, you had to have
A crew cut.
no ear piercings, groomed, well-groomed facial hair. And then for the guys, they had to have a crew cut. And I'm just like, that's not
You were
going to
talking
float
about
with me.
the girls couldn't have tattoos or facial hair, but for the guys, they had to have a crew cut.
Yeah.
Wow. What?
Cons.
I won't ask you what to. What?
It was Cons. Cons Home Plus.
Oh, we don't have those here. Those retailers are not welcome here in California. But yeah, it's a good thing you walked out on it, because it's one thing being Disney or even like police departments like telling you need to look clean shaven, you need to look like representable of like good times and happy people, but a big box retailer, that's redonkulous.
Mm-hmm. What made it bad was I had to wait 30 minutes for the interview. Like, wow. I was there on time. I showed up 5 minutes early, and they made me wait a half hour before the interview. I'm sitting there and I'm like, how unprofessional.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
you know what, Cons? I say to you. They got all of my boo cues. All of them. It's not Blues Clues. It's boo cues. All right. Well, thank you again for joining us on the show tonight. There's no plan. As we mentioned, this is the one about how no one knows what it's going to be about. So what have you prepared for this evening?
Well, it's an interesting story, because I didn't determine which song I was going to do till about 3 hours ago. And
that feels right.
I chose this song. There were a few things that kind of pushed me to do it. One being a few weeks ago on The Last Cove, you did the theme, the show about the way. And this song I felt would have been perfect for that. And another one being Stephanie. I follow her on social media and just really, really enjoy what she posts, about what she does on the road, and just her words of encouragement to all of her followers and fans. And I thought, if there was a way that I could reach out to her, this might be my way to do it. And I've always wanted to meet her, and who knows, maybe the song that I'm about to do will spark that. So this is a song that Tony Melendez recorded for one of his earlier albums called Never Be the Same. This song was written by Guy Driscoll and Ronnie J. Thompson, and it's a song that finishes off the album. It's called There Is a Way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zachary White.
Too many times we don't finish the race. We just let the world determine where we place. Too many times we believe the odds and accept defeat. Never question the cause. But before all hope is shattered and your dreams are swept away, find your strength in what you see and hear today. There is a way, there is a way to rise above defeat. Press on and not retreat. There is a way. There is a way for all who dare succeed. For those who will believe, there is a way, there is a way. You failed before, afraid to try again. It's easier to quit, so you just give in. You failed before, now you're so unsure. It's an instant world. You want an instant cure. But prevailing takes persistence and a faith that will not sway. In your heart decide there's got to be a way. There is a way. There is a way to rise above defeat. Press on and not retreat. There is a way. There is a way for all who dare succeed. For those who will believe, there is a way. There is a way. There is a way, there is a way to rise above defeat. Press on and not retreat. There is a way, there is a way for all who dare succeed. For those who will believe, there is a way, there is a way, there is a way to rise above defeat. Press on and not retreat. There is a way, there is a way for all who dare succeed. For those who will believe, there is a way, there is a way.
I love that song. I don't think I've ever heard it before. That was a beautiful, inspiring song, and
Thank you.
gosh, thank you for playing it on the show, and thank you for sharing it with us, and your time and your talents and your passion, and just for being such an awesome member of this family.
Well, thank you.
And I hope every time I hear about the drama in baseball, I think about you and your gig at the ballpark there. And I hope they can work it out.
Yeah. From what it looks like right now, the season probably won't begin till after Easter.
Yeah.
And it's what I look forward to every year. I look forward to opening day and the Rangers season, and just Manfred, come to an agreement already.
Yeah, that's crazy. But hopefully they'll all work it out and see that there is a way, and get it together. But thank you again, Zach. Give it up for Zach White. I'll see you soon, buddy.
Yes, see you soon. Thank you for having me.
Of course. It's a pleasure. If you haven't yet, we're in 25 households right now. We've got 24 likes, so it seems like you're doing well. But if you haven't yet liked the video, please give it a like. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the network. If you hit that little bell next to subscribe, you'll get alerted every time a new show is coming on the network. And I mean, why wouldn't you want that, right? Again, this is The Cove, about how no one knows what it's going to be about. And we're going to bring in our next special guest to sing a song. And that is, you know him as producer Craig Jackman. Craig!
Hello again.
Welcome back.
Yeah, and talk about not knowing what it is we were going to do, or tonight,
You didn't know you were going to do a song until like 10 minutes ago.
Exactly.
So there's that.
Had no idea how to work it out, but I found a song. And so, yeah.
What are you going to sing?
Well, I went with something I know I've done on the network, but it's been a long time because it was during the jazz show. And I just thought, tonight, since it's just, we don't know what it's going to be about. And I thought, all right, let's just throw this baby out because it's just quick. Something different that we've not done on this show. I thought, why not bring out some jazz type things? And so one of my favorite tunes to do is the Zoot Suit Riot by the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Craig Jackman with Zoot Suit Riot. Riot!
Who's that whispering in the trees? It's two sailors and they're on leave. Pipes and chains and swinging hands. Who's your daddy? Yes, I am. Fat cat came to play now. He can't run fast enough. You best stay away when the pushers come to shove. Zoot Suit Riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot Suit Riot. Pull a comb through your coal black hair. Zoot Suit Riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot Suit Riot. Pull a comb through your coal black hair. Blow daddy! Whipped up jitterbug and brown-eyed man. Straight cat frontin' out in a piece band. Cut Miss Sammy and you'll understand. In my veins hot music ran. You got me in a sway and I want you to swing your dove. Now you sailors know where your women come for love. Zoot Suit Riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot Suit Riot. Pull a comb through your coal black hair. You're in the Zoot Suit Riot. You're in the Zoot Suit Riot. You're in the Zoot Suit Riot. Zoot Zaya, Zoot Zazuze, Le da da biba. Zay, 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 doota ya ya ya, oota zuze, zezuza zezu, de de de. Oh, you got me in a sway, and I want you to swing your dove. Now you sailors know where your women come for love. Zoot Suit Riot, throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot Suit Riot, pull a comb through your coal black hair. Zoot Suit Riot, throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot Suit Riot, pull a comb through your coal black hair. You're in the Zoot Suit Riot. You're in the Zoot Suit Riot. You're in the Zoot Suit Riot. Ooh, I think I'm ready to sing it. Oh yeah!
That's Craig Jackman, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
You rock that song, man.
It's one of my favorites. It's got a nice beat. You can snap to it. You can tap your feet. And it's a happy song.
And the coolest guys, I think I've mentioned on the network before, I got to meet Big Bad Voodoo Daddy when I was in high school. I was the drum major of the marching band, and one of our Barry sax players was related to the trombone player in Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. And at one point, they came to play a show at the Simi Valley Drive-In back when there was one.
Oh gosh, yes.
And we got to go backstage and meet the gang, and they were all so cool and a bunch of really, really nice guys. I mean, obviously, I don't know them personally, but when we got the chance to meet them, they were so nice. And what a rockin' swinging band, man! And you do it justice, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what's so really cool is when you get the song, the retro type songs like that, the old swing stuff that come back. Cherry Poppin' Daddies, Big Bad Voodoo Daddies, Fat Cat Swinger too, because we've had those guys on here on our online variety show before.
Yeah, Brian Setzer.
And it's got a really good beat, bounce, and feel.
Absolutely, love it. Thank you for bringing that to this show that no one knows what it's going to be about.
Thank you for the surprise.
Craig Jackman. I've got some poetry. I haven't read any poetry in a while on this show. I've been handing it all off to Mr. Jackman because he does such a beautiful job. This one I found today. I went on a search for poems about mystery and life's mystery because of the theme of the show this evening, not knowing. And I found one on a website. The website's called healingbrave.com. It is a blog by a woman by the name of Jennifer Healy. She says her name is Jennifer Healy on this blog, but then if you read the comments, she tells people her name is Jennifer Williamson. So one's probably a pen name. I don't know. But she prefaces the poem by saying, life is a dance between form and space, visible and unseen, the obvious and the mysterious. If you want to be full of wonder today, read this poem. It's about the mystery of life and all the grace that can be found there. And she also said in the comments, it's really nice. She responds to everyone who leaves a comment on her poetry. One of her responses to a comment, she says, when you're in awe, you know you're in the right place. And I love that. That's beautiful. But here's the poem. It's called An Ode to the Immeasurable Mystery of Life by Jennifer Williamson, I suppose. Let me get some music in here. To move through the world transparently. Wouldn't that just be nice? To not pin things down and tie them up. Wouldn't it be a relief to not have to identify with everything and sometimes even anything? I'd just like to live in the world, just for a glimpse, without needing to be of the world, without a label or a word for everything. Are the dead more alive than the living? I wonder if we should stop wondering about everything. If I think a little less or a little more, does it change who I am, really? at the core. What's underneath is underneath, no matter what I throw on top of it. Maybe if I stop describing it, I can start living it. Maybe life will start living me. When I stop trying to close in on myself, trying to nail down the truth and open up to the incomprehensible mystery, I can join the truth. Am I so hypnotized by what happens that I've forgotten a vital half missing? No. Not aligned with a greater reality, simply needing to look through my eyes instead of with them. I feel the guidance to hold the truth that I'm living and dying all at the same time. It's a paradox, complexity, whole and wondrous in its own right. If we look out into the vast night, there's more than what is seen. There's the unseen, the unheard, the unfathomable half, without which there would be no path for the stars to align into portraits painted across the sky, nothing for us to place words upon, and nothing for the eye. To think that I am only what I think would be a lie. Even space would like to look at itself without being called space. Just look, it might whisper, without needing to know. You will know. Perhaps if I looked through my eyes and not with them, I'd be looking at myself wherever it is I go. That's the paradox, the complexity of understanding that the soul doesn't need to know in order to know. Only in stillness am I present inside this great mystery. Jennifer Williamson. She calls that an ode to the immeasurable mystery of life. Life. It's beautiful. So much about stillness being the key to everything or whatever. I've said several times in the network before, I wish I would set more time aside for myself to meditate more, because every time I meditate, it's a positive experience. I just don't do it enough. Stillness. We should all strive to be still. 100%. We tried it before. Maybe we could do it and commit to it more. Could we start a Vaudacity meditation club? We don't have to all do it at the same time, but if we keep ourselves, what's the word? What's the word when you have to, producer Craig, help me out.
Accountable?
Yes, accountable. Thank you. Keep ourselves accountable for setting apart some time for ourselves for meditation. Can we do that? Who'd be interested in that? Anybody?
You know, it is very nice to do. I do it every day, every morning. And it makes a world of difference in keeping yourself grounded and just even opening yourself up. That's what I loved. That was so beautiful about your poem, because it is about just relaxing, opening yourself up, and letting it happen.
Mm. And how much time, may I ask, do you spend
in meditation?
Yeah.
I give myself 20 minutes.
That's awesome. And my biggest problem is I always think of it as I don't have an hour, but You don't need an hour. If you can buckle down and do it right and just be still and inside yourself for 20 minutes. I've heard even 15 is fine.
Even 5. I mean, as long as you just shut everything off and you center yourself.
Yeah.
Think about your breathing.
Let's do this. I'm into it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Angelica says Club Vod Med. We
Why
can think
not?
of a fun name for Vaudacity Meditation Club. That would be throw your suggestions in the chat. Tonight we're talking about meditation, and we're gonna be diving into the paranormal in just a little bit. Nobody knows what's gonna happen in this show. Speaking of what song will be performed next, producer Craig, if you have that wheel,
Give me a moment. Let me get that up for you.
find out.
Okay, let's see. It's there, there, and there. All right, so let's go ahead and see where we land.
What's happening next?
Tie a yellow ribbon.
I had a sneaking suspicion the wheel would pick this song. Wow. How cool is that? Mom, if you're watching, that's pretty special. There's a lot of songs on that wheel, and I just thought, this one's getting picked tonight. I can feel it. Wow. Interesting. I'm going to use this guitar. So I mentioned it. The first time I played this song on the network was 70s Night. Gosh, that must have been at least a year ago. We should do another 70s Night. And I agree with Corey Benjamin, who said in the chat, we need to have another jazz night. Absolutely, 100%. There's my mom texting me now. And I mentioned when I first did this song that this was my mom and my grandfather's special bond. And though he has passed, at times when we could use some inspiration or encouragement, it comes on the radio. Here's Tie a Yellow Ribbon round the old oak tree. Of all the songs on that wheel, love you, Grandpa. I'm coming home, I've done my time, and I've got to know what is and isn't mine. If you received my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you'll know just what to do if you still want me. If you still want me. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Bus driver, please look for me, 'cause I couldn't bear to see what I might see. I'm really still in prison, and my love, she holds the key. A simple yellow ribbon's what I need to set me free. I wrote and told her, please tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? if I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree. I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Now the whole damn bus is cheering, and I can't believe I see 100 yellow ribbons round the old oak tree. Ribbon round the old oak tree. Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree. Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree. Thank y'all. Hey, if you're enjoying the show tonight and you want to say a thank you, of course, the live stream is free. But if you want to give a gift to our performers, anybody you came to support specifically, or anybody that knocks your freaking socks off tonight, there's an easy way to do that. Here's their direct Venmo links, or you can split a tip amongst the entire cast in the super chat at the bottom of the Google chat. And we appreciate everybody being here with us. We love being here with you, even when it's such short notice. And this show just popped up on the feed a couple days ago, and here it is. And we've got guests and music and poetry and videos and all kinds of stuff that's happening. This is the Vaudacity Network, where anything can happen, and anything and pretty much everything does happen. It's crazy up in here, and we know you know that, and thank you for being here for all of the crazy. Love y'all like family, because you are our Vaudacity family, our family, and couldn't thank you enough. Next up, we're going to throw it to our next remote guest. And he is the host and star of his very own every other Tuesday night show, The Panano Man, because he cracks funny jokes while he plays live classical piano. It is Mr. David Benjamin. Give it up for David. David. Hello, sir.
Hello, hello. How you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing great, and thank you for joining us. Would it be crazy if I said this was your first time in the Cove?
No, it would not be crazy at all. In fact, it would be very accurate.
This is David Benjamin's In the Cove debut, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
As I mentioned, and I've said several times, usually my guests here on the show are people who don't have performers who don't have regular shows on the network. But we've talked about it so much this past week, especially how everybody in this network is always so down for anything, and it's just like, hey, you want to do this, you want to do that, and just with a couple days notice, you were like, yes, I'm in.
I was.
The Cove.
I was.
I love that you are here. Thank
Yeah,
you for being
and Paula, I knew that you tended to have people on your show who don't have their own shows on the network, but as soon as that opportunity came up, I'm like, no, I don't care if I have my own show. I'm coming on in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I put it out there. I said, anybody who wants to come on, let's do it. Let's do this.
Yeah,
And I'm so
always
happy
up.
that you're here. So I know that when we did sound check 10 minutes before the show started, you had no idea what you were going to play.
Right.
How's that going?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, if you're not concerned about what I'm going to play, it's going really well. Yeah.
Well, I know that you can improvise and it'll be freaking beautiful, so I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah, well, I did decide on something subsequent to actually the thought had occurred to me prior to soundcheck, but subsequent to soundcheck, and it was this. We had talked initially, I think, about making this kind of a ghost stories, paranormal campfires sort of feel. So I thought, okay, I'll scrap the other couple ideas I had, and I'm going to go with this piece by Edward McDowell called A Haunted House. It's one I've played on my own show before. It's a really cool piece of music. It's really sinister and creepy. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I thought I'd bust that out tonight.
And yes, David is alluding to something that, as if there haven't been any sort of paranormal anything's happening on the show yet.
No activity
tonight.
whatsoever.
Who knows? Who knows if there has been or not? But we're going to talk about some paranormal stuff in just a bit. But
That's when you have two normal things at the same time. It's a paranormal.
paranormal.
Yeah.
It's so my first gig at Disneyland was the Aladdin and Jasmine Storytale thing, and right behind us was where the Jungle Cruise would let the guests off the ship on a loudspeaker.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right.
So we would be competing. Our little Storytale show would be competing with the boat engines and loudspeaker, and I can't tell you how many times we heard the paradox joke about you can get off on the dock to the left or the dock to the right. We call that a paradox. And yeah.
I had two physicians assigned to me once. I had the same problem. Paradox.
Paradox. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. I'm excited. What's it called again? The Ghost?
Oh, the piece I'm playing, it's called A Haunted House. It is from the appropriately named set of pieces called Fireside Tales. This is Opus 61. This is one of his last opuses. His last piano piece opus was 62. So this is I don't know exactly how close to the end of his life these were published. He died in his late 40s, I believe.
Wow.
He's not particularly old. But yeah, I don't know if he wrote anything else for other instruments, but it had opus numbers later than 62. But this is from towards the end. So he died at, I want to say early 19th century. I don't know the exact year, but he was one of those like late 19th, early 20th century, turn of the century composers in America.
This is horrible, but it just popped into my mind, so I'm going to say it. He wasn't a late bloomer. He was a late doomer. Or not an early bloomer. He was an early doomer. That was horrible. That was really bad.
Hey, these days he would be a late boomer.
That's true. Okay, boomer. I'll let you do your song. Here's The Haunted House, as performed by David Benjamin.
All right. Go.
That was super freaking cool, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, I love that piece. I found it. I don't know. It's not. I think I was doing a show of Edward McDowell music, and I found it in the course of looking at stuff for that show. So it's from me in my life, it's a relatively recent find. You know, in the last probably 6-7 months or so.
If somebody like myself, no lie, hasn't heard of Edward McDowell before, what is there something else he's like super well known for?
There is a piece that I played on Deep Cuts the other night called "To a Wild Rose." It's probably his most famous piece. It's a very, very simple, absolutely gorgeous little tune. And it's one he was going to throw away. He just dashed it off on a piece of scrap paper and at least the initial idea for it. It wasn't like a full-blown composition.
Sure.
His wife found it crumpled up and said, "Oh, no, you're going to finish this." Wow. And it became his most famous, probably, I think his most famous composition. And if anybody out there wants to look him up, it's Macdowell, Edward McDowell. And he wrote an absolutely fantastic piano concerto among many other pieces of music. He was a genius.
I loved him in A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I've never seen that, so I don't get that.
He's a very famous actor, of course.
He's like Andy McDowell.
Oh, my bad. Gotcha. So smart. That was beautiful, man. Thank you so much.
You.
And it's perfect for what we're about to talk about very soon.
All right.
And thank you for joining us here in the Cove.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Come back again sometime.
All right. Anytime.
Benjamin.
Right.
We do have to say as well. Thank you, Kelsey Blaine Gibson, for dropping a Vaudacity into the super chat there. She sent us a heart. Love it. Thank you so much, Kelsey. I know Kelsey worked tonight, so she's hopping on after work, and we love that you've landed here in the Cove. And thank you again to everybody who's chatting away here in the super chat. We see the social media team, Dari and Christina are in here, cast members as well. And we just love this Vaudacity community and this family. Next up, we've flopped some things around here this evening, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm doing another song next. But as the theme this evening suggests, I have no idea what that is. So, producer Craig, will you bring that wheel back in here, please?
One wheel coming up.
Thank you, sir. What will it be?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
it was flirting with Sex and Candy all night. I thought it was
almost there, you know.
thought it was going to land there.
Well, we still got, I think, 1 or 2 more to go.
So we talked about on Deep Cuts Wednesday night. We talked about these lists that if you go Google, if you're a performer and the theme is shyness, and you Google songs about shyness, all these different lists come up. Hello, hi-hat hokum. Hi-hat. Hello, hi-hat hokum. Thank you for dropping in the chat here. We talked about how these lists will come up, and there will be songs on there that you're like, that's not about that at all. So this was one I Googled shyness for Deep Cuts the other night because that was the theme. And this song by Coldplay was on that list. And I was like, yeah, this would be a great song. But I started to listen to it and I was just like, I don't see how this is about being shy. It's a beautiful song. I threw it on the wheel and the wheel decided to pick it up. So now I decide who's going to play it. I think we're going to go over here. Plucked from a list saying that this was a song about shyness. Here is Coldplay's Fix You. In just one moment. That's acceptable. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. When the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. High above or down below. When you're too in love to let it go. If you never try, then you'll never know just what you're worth. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and and I will try to fix you. Tears stream down your face when you lose something you can't replace. Tears stream down your face, and tears stream down your face. I promise I will learn from my mistakes. Tears stream down your face, and lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. AKA what anybody wants to do. What is it when oh gosh, what is the saying about how girls and boys too in high school want to be with someone they can fix? Is that what that song's about? It's not about shyness, definitely, but obviously the songwriter meant it from a sense of, come be with me, I will heal your wounds and make you see that life's okay and to let you love again. But I will try to fix you. Sounds a little weird when you're talking about relationship status. I don't know. I digest. Let's have some poetry. Let's get back to some poetry. And Producer Craig, jump in here.
Hello again. Boy, that was a beautiful song.
It is a beautiful song. Thank you.
I mean, if you take away that little bit of confusion that you were talking about on that list, it was really, really nice. And you did it beautifully.
I love Coldplay. Like, a lot of people love Coldplay, obviously, but to me, I've never been a huge fan because their songs are they're such a just a wall of sound. Mm-hmm. And the melodies are always super beautiful. But to me, there's always just so much going on in a Coldplay song. There's like, I feel like someone's on a splash cymbal the entire time, and someone's jamming on a electric guitar in a reverb-filled hallway the whole song, and even when it gets quiet, and Chris Martin, the singer, not Wendy's husband, but the actual singer of Coldplay, is like, lights will guard, in the really like silent parts, it's like, could somebody just get the band out of here for just a second? Because it just constantly feels like a wall of staticky music and noise. But if you break it down, it could be really beautiful sometimes. So yeah, it is a beautiful song. A lot of their songs are beautiful songs. I just feel like there's so much going on.
It's sometimes all it takes is the simplicity of a song.
I talked to Jamie about that in songwriting too, because Jamie will it's an interesting thing, songwriting. Like some songs she's came up with in a day and others take her a couple of months, but she makes the most intricate and exquisite chord progressions, and what she does is like I equate it to jazz, like the complexity of the songs that she writes. And then you look up a Green Day song and it's 3 chords, it's C G A, and they sold 500 million records, and it's just like the whole songwriting thing, it's such a tricky thing. It's kind of like making it in Hollywood. Like you can just do it like that, or it'll take you a million years. But yeah, it's music is it's an interesting world to explore, and I love that we get to do it here.
So many varieties, so many tastes, so many different things. Exactly.
And the same can be said for poetry.
Yes, it can. And
yeah. Craig has a poem for this evening's theme, the one about how no one knows what it's going to be about. What drew you to the poem, and what poem is it?
Because we didn't know what this was going to be about. Bottom line. And it's like when you said that, I was, okay, so what kind of poem do we do? So I went to some of those lists, actually. Poems about. And then as I was driving home last night from picking up some pizza, I thought, oh my gosh, why not the classic, one of the greatest nonsense poems in English, with its playful, whimsical language? Lewis Carroll gave us a unique tale about killing a creature by the name of the Jabberwock.
Oh, the Jabberwock.
And it was written in 1871 and included in the novel Through the Looking Glass, which is, of course, the sequel to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? Something completely different, not being Monty Python.
I love when you get nonsensical on this show, Craig. I do.
So let's go ahead and do it. This is The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome raths outgave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the Maxon foe he sought. So he rested by the tumtum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as is uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Callooh Callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome raths outgrabe.
Love it. Love it. And it was perfect for tonight. Thank you, Producer Craig. Give it up for Producer Craig Jackman. And anybody who knows me knows I love that lo-fi hip-hop beat. Love it. I have it on the background when I'm working at work. There's when I'm working at work. Those times when I'm working at work. There's a live YouTube hi-fi hip-hop thing that just loops, and I just play it Love it. The energy, the old schoolness, the classicness, and I loved that Craig Jackman brought that to the show. Thank you, Craig. Next up, for our next remote guest, we're going to throw it back to the city of Simi Valley and the same household that David played from, where his better half, the amazing Amanda Benjamin, is waiting in the wings. Amanda.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Everything okay?
Oh yeah. I
Seems
just
like
had
I
like
cut you off
I
guard or
was like, oh gosh, I didn't press this button. I did press this one.
Well, you're working with all the fancy OBS over there. I need to learn the ways and get the fun borders and backgrounds.
I love
and
it. It has my name on it. It's nice.
Yes,
That's mostly what I have of her. Like,
no one will mistake who you are.
yes.
But of course, you have a weekly show. Everybody knows and loves you, probably, who's here watching the show here tonight. But
Hopefully.
when we were on Deep Cuts, and I said, we're going to just do a crazy show of The Cove on Friday night, did something jump into your head to do?
You know, a bunch of stuff did, and I'm still looking at, like, there's still a few songs. I think I mentioned the deep cuts before. I think it was the last one. I was like, there's an artist and I love her music and it's so good, and there's just no sheet music for her, no karaoke tracks, nothing. There's some chords, but her chords are all, like you were talking about with Jamie, they're all very complicated.
Right.
So like I had to figure out how to do this. So that was my initial thing when I was like, well, I don't have enough time to do that. So a lot of times when I'm like, oh, I don't know, one soundtrack I love is Garden State.
Yeah, that is a classic.
And so when I'm not sure what I do, I'm like, I'm going to listen to Garden State, see if there's something there or if it makes me think of something else.
Yeah.
So I did. And then I was like, oh, man. So I decided on a song from Garden State, which is Blue Eyes by the Carey Brothers, which is not a famous song, I don't think. I don't think that many people are familiar with it outside of that kind of indie folk.
It's famous
crowd.
in the indie circles. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what, yeah. Like, so it's not the most widely famous, but it is a very, very great song in that, yeah, modern indie circle.
Well, you're about to expose 21 households to it.
Hey.
And ladies and gentlemen, here's Amanda Benjamin with Blue Eyes.
Pressing all the buttons now. Here we go. Wishing enough, a wise man will tell you a lie. A window broke, torn up screens. Who'd have thought that you'd dream of a single tragic scene? I just wanna sing a song with you. I just wanna take it off with you. 'Cause blue eyes, you're all that I need. 'Cause blue eyes, you're the sweet to my meat. Fess it up, dot on the palm of your hand. I can help you to stand. Saved it up for this dance. Tell me all the things you can. I just wanna sing a song with you. I just wanna be the one that's true. 'Cause blue eyes, you're the secret I keep. 'Cause blue eyes, oh, all the lights on so sublime when the stars are aligned, but you don't know the greatness you are. 'Cause blue eyes, you're what destiny sees. 'Cause blue eyes, I just wanna be the one. I just wanna sing a song with you. I just wanna get it on with you. 'Cause blue eyes, you're the secret I keep. 'Cause blue eyes, I just wanna sing a song with you.
Amanda Benjamin, that was wonderful.
Oh, thanks. Isn't it such a great song? I love that soundtrack.
Yes, that soundtrack. You know, when it came out, it was like heralded as like the Bible for indie music that year, and a lot of classic stuff on there.
Yeah, I love it.
Your guitar playing is really coming along.
It's coming.
Yes.
I still get like nervous playing, but it's getting better. It's like settling in. I always laugh because still no F chord. The B minor chord is there like most of the time. I think it's like that coming all the way across. Like with B minor, you only have to do the 4. Well, down here, but the 4. It's that getting that last one to to stick down and do this. I'm still struggling there, but I'm getting the B minors. So there's several more songs that'll pop up once that's solid.
Well, yeah, and it's nuts. Like I remember when I started playing, and like the first 10 episodes of In the Cove are all like songs of just the simplest,
Yep.
like, no bar chords, and
When
I
I
was
play
just
in
like,
G.
I can do this and this and this, and
Whenever I see a song in C, I'm like, no thanks. It's gonna have a bunch of
Man.
F's.
I hide behind. I make it my own.
Yeah, exactly.
But the more you play and the more it's crazy. That's always like, it's fascinating to me because my brain at least thought of like the younger years as times you learn things. And what's so much fun is just being able to do something you enjoy and practice and play and find that things become easier the more that you practice.
It's true. 100%.
I mean, it's true in life, it's true on instruments, but sometimes it just blows your mind. Even as a 40-year-old man, I'm like,
When something just clicks, all of a sudden it's like, I didn't think that I made some kind of leap. Like, what just
I
happened?
think I could learn new tricks
I
because
know.
I'm an old dog.
Right?
It's fun. It's fun to learn and do things. I'll let you set your guitar down because
Oh,
we're
yeah,
going to do something fun here, right
Excited for this.
here, right now. This is going to be, so, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching shows on Vaudacity for the past year at least, Amanda and I have been talking about hosting a paranormal show. And because we're such fans of the paranormal, ghost stories, and pretty much everything paranormal, it's coming. We're going to do it super soon, but I wanted to kind of preview it tonight or kind of feel it out and see what this would feel like, since this is the one about how no one knows what it's going to be about. Amanda, we haven't talked. We haven't powwowed really about what it would actually
like 5
be about,
messages.
other than like, we need to do a paranormal show because we're both such big fans of the paranormal.
Yes.
So I made a graphic 5 minutes before the show started. It's silly. It's just a pitch. There it is.
Ooh. Oh, yes. So serious. I love it.
We can name it whatever, but
Yes.
the idea is we'll come on, I don't know, maybe monthly or bi-monthly, and talk about paranormal stuff, maybe share some personal stories, maybe share some videos that we saw on the internets,
And maybe
And-
even some stories from the audience.
Vaudian story. We'll have special guests on who maybe have experienced paranormal activity in their life.
Yes.
But tonight, I want to invite producer Craig in here too, because just as kind of a warm up, kind of a dip our toes in the water and see if the audience enjoys talking about paranormal test. I wanted to bring in 3 clips from the interwebs and just talk to you guys about them. Amanda and Craig have not seen these. That I know of. Maybe they've seen them in their own personal lives. And I just wanted to share them and chat about them for a quick second and talk about what might be happening here. This is the first one. It is touted on the internets. It went viral as a man getting attacked by a ghost on security cameras. And I want to show it to you and see what you think about it. And I will do that as soon as I click all the buttons.
Ghosty hold music right now. Yes.
Is it the same as this?
After all that, boom.
Haunted hold music. Here we go.
It has to be in minor.
Right. Here we go.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, here's it.
Oh,
Here's
there's a close up.
Oh, it's in slow mo.
I want to see this close up.
Slow mo.
I know.
Dari says in the chat that could be fake.
I know.
I would almost
Looking at
agree.
That's my first thought. I was like, I don't know. This looks a little bit fake.
And that's the thing is like anything could be fake.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And anybody can post anything on YouTube's but what Amanda, what was your impression?
Okay, so I felt I'm leaning towards fake. I feel like there's something funny about the depth of the shadow, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, it just feels wrong to me.
It's kind of blobbish. It's like an amoeba, the shadow.
Yeah, and to me, it what it screams of is somebody being there, and then somebody in Premiere or whatever editing program you use trying to blur. Like, it looked like it was a form that was blurred out. So like there was almost a distinct form. Like I could swear it was this almost the same guy in like a hoodie. And then they did like a feather on it.
I don't know if it could be the same guy because someone was
But not
dragging
literally
it.
the same guy, but somebody
Right, right,
dressed up very similarly in a hoodie to try and hide
Yeah.
distinctly.
Craig?
I'm kind of agreeing with Amanda, but I'm going to take it a little further on the technicals. I think it was they used a green screen kind of situation
Oh.
where you know maybe they had the guy there that had you have a certain color on that
Right.
completely goes away from the
Chroma key.
camera. Yeah, chroma key. And so he's wearing like a green suit, a full green suit, and then he picks the guy up and drags him, and then they can change that color just enough to make it blurred.
So here's my take on it, and I had the luxury of watching it a bunch more times and closer up and slower than you guys, but two things seemed odd to me or jumped out to me. One is how casually he's walking. As he's walking, he's like swinging his head back and forth.
Yes.
And I'm like, nobody freaking walks like that. What are you? You're trying to show how casual you are by swinging your head. Like
He's
nobody
probably
walks like that.
whistling too.
Right? And then, so Dari's talking about the haunted man, which I am about to talk about. So I made the the fake ghost footage that is like the crux of the story of the haunted man. And when I made that, I found a super interesting thing where the light reflecting off the walls had a lot to do with how real it looked. And so when I looked at this the second time, I looked at the reflection on the wall, and at the point where he gets shoved, I feel like I see a shadow of a person shoving him
Yeah.
on
I
the
agree.
wall,
I saw that too.
not the blob.
Okay.
So we'll watch it one more
Yeah.
time.
Think about all these things, people.
Think about all these things as we watch it one more time. Oops, I'm not sharing it. Nope. Buttons. There's so many buttons. Here
That's
we
what
go.
I was just saying. Ugh.
I know. I share your pain.
Button. Who's got the button?
Here we go.
Okay, which wall do you want us to look at?
The wall on the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. You're right.
Like a
You see the
human
shadow.
Shove him.
And it's not the walking guy's shadow.
No, it isn't.
And let's just talk again about how overly casual. Like, I feel like we could have some 70s. Now you can tell by the way I'm in my... You're alone in a hallway and you're swinging your head like that, bro? Come on.
There's the shadow more.
Yeah, it looks like
To be
a
fair, like if
person.
I'm alone in a hallway, what I would guess is the middle of the night is what this is appearing to be. I'm like, okay, I just want to get out of here. Like,
Also just so convenient how whitewashed that whole hallway is. I don't know.
yeah,
Convenient.
like I said, yeah, that's the thing. It all seems too convenient, all of it.
Now the haunted man one that with Stephanie, that one,
Oh, that clip?
that
Yeah.
clip,
You have
that
clip,
that
you
was
should show
amazing.
right now. Show how to do it right.
No, we're talking about different clips. I like the one I faked. I could show that, but so here's one from.
Okay, ooh, I'm excited for more.
This is a school. This one is pretty well known if you watch ghost shows. It's from a school. It's one of the oldest. I forget the name of it, but it is one of the oldest schools in the country. And
Lots of
they
history.
had this shot, and it's a couple minutes long, but lots of stuff happens. So you'll just have to keep watching.
Ooh, I think I have seen this one.
That was pretty popular.
Oh, that's so creepy. Sorry. That one got me.
Oh, hello.
I like that this one has sound. That also made me not like the other one.
Oh, I see something along the wall there. It looked like. Oh, there we go.
Thoughts on that?
Whew. It's another one. Okay, I will say it's another one that easily could have been faked based on all the things. But whether or not that actually was real, that gave me the creeps. Like, there's something about it. I was like, oh, like, even if it was a fake video, I feel like there's something not right there.
It's the violence of the movement that's shocking. Craig?
I think it was okay to me. I will go back to the previous video, how I felt about it. It could still have been like faked with, a green screen. But I will say the one that surprised me, because I was looking all over the video, it wasn't so much the door in the back, because that someone could be behind it.
Right. And same with
Someone
the
could be behind the
lockers.
locker.
There were like windows behind the lockers, if you notice. So I was like, okay,
Exactly.
So it could be, okay.
Somebody could have done something to the single door locker. But I will say the one that kind of surprised me a little was the little floor stand. Okay. Now, again, to me, knowing some of the technicals, it could still have been a green screened person doing all of that.
I
Or
don't think it's
wires.
green screen because
Right.
in order to have the green screen effect, I didn't want to go into this on the last clip, but in order to have the green screen effect work, you have to be in front of a green screen. But they're not. So what
Or
my
the
thought-
chroma key, yeah.
Yeah. So my thought on it is, just like people are saying in the chat, I'm going to have to look back at Jeremy saying, look at the sign being tossed and then look at the edge of the locker that was rocked. So my two things were three things, I guess. Everything, all the lockers are against walls that we know something is on the other side, as you guys both mentioned. Like, this could be like a project done at this school where the students wanted to fake something and make it go viral. It absolutely could.
Yeah.
But and a lot can be done with fishing wire, as I found out shooting the Haunted Man. Fishing wire is really hard to catch on camera. So, and especially if you're shooting in low def black and white, and it can be erased and stuff. But another thing is, when the locker flies open, the papers almost like push it open. So that makes me feel funny about it. Like, if a ghost was throwing the locker open, would the papers be out like immediately?
Right.
And
And
Right.
maybe
If you were
even
just
more
pulling
would
it
have come out.
Yeah, because if you were just pulling the door,
it looks like there's a stack of papers in the locker, and as soon as that door opens, papers are out. But just like 2 or 3.
Exactly.
Let's watch it again. It'll be fun.
okay. Prepare for more feelings of dread.
And I want to look at. I want to see. I'm going to look for what Jeremy was talking about.
Yeah, I saw that comment too. Also, is that like a sweatshirt behind the locker that's been bugging me?
Yeah, that was the third thing I was going to mention.
Yeah, what is
this
that?
random black thing hanging out
Yeah.
behind that pipe?
Ugh.
It makes me think the lockers aren't usually there. Or there's nothing behind the locker.
Yeah.
No backing.
And see, the door to me could have probably been back and forth to make it more real. Not just a single slam. To a single
Right,
slam,
someone coming in angrily.
yeah.
They would shut the door for it.
Like Amanda said, okay, somebody's behind that locker.
Because there's that area.
Yeah, there's
back
the
there.
window there.
It seems like the papers are out before the door even opens.
I know, it's weird.
And there's still more in there, which
Yeah,
to
there's a
me,
stack.
it should have been
It's
pushed
like,
out further.
If it had been something pushing those papers or like a fan or something, they all should have been flying.
Exactly.
That is one that bothers me.
Now, you hear the tapping.
Uh-huh. I didn't see what Jeremy was talking about.
I didn't hear what did Jeremy? What comment
Jeremy
was that?
said when the sign is thrown, look at the locker, but I didn't see anything.
Look at the locker.
The locker that was shaking, I think he said, right?
Okay. Because maybe okay, if we're talking about somebody wearing a chroma outfit, the tapping could be their
Yeah, their feet moving.
feet moving.
And another thing, I've got these
I know.
headphones on that go deep into my ear, so
Yeah.
I'm hearing it on a whole nother level than I did the
Same.
first time I watched it.
Uh-huh.
But I noticed after the door opened and somebody walked in that the ambient audio went on a loop.
Mm.
So,
It was also,
Ooh.
I'm not positive because I missed it. I felt like there was a little skip in the light after the door. I'm not positive though, so it could be the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
If anybody wants to see it again, you are certainly welcome to
Go analyze
rewind.
and go. I want to see what the Hunter said. I don't know if it was a typo, because I had talked about the like a fish wire or something, and Hunter said that wet floor sign could not have been pulled by a wire from off camera. And I want to know why he says that.
Yeah, why?
Or is that a mistype?
Oh, or maybe he's like being sarcastic.
I don't know. That's why I want to know if he was being serious, because Hunter knows a lot of things.
No, it absolutely could be. And
He even thinks he's being sarcastic.
Okay.
He might have been, but I wanted to know if there was some Ask Hunter anything behind that.
Yeah, tell me why. And I'll show you.
Christina says sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'll show you a couple scenes from The Haunted Man that like we did with as we're getting ready to mail out our Haunted Man DVDs. I'm so excited. So the synergy of the paranormal show on the network will be great. All right, I have one more to show you guys, and this is my favorite. I'm not going to say anything else other than
Exciting.
I never saw this one until probably about a month ago. It's a couple of years old. It went viral a couple of years ago, and I just saw it for the first time like a month or so ago, and I love it. Here it is for you.
What are you waving at, Leah?
Bye, kids. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Oh, what's that? Oh.
What are you waving at, Leah?
Bye, kids. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh my goodness.
Bye. Oh, what's that? Oh.
I do like that.
Oh yes.
That's a good one.
Oh.
See, and the reason I like that is that it's really hard to get a child that young to be like, do this, and it's the consistency of this is here and this is here and you are here. You know, to get a little kid to try and do those 3 movements, or maybe even 4, again with that consistency and the placement. Like, we do improv games where it's like you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, and how high is the counter, and where is this and where is that, and to remember where the stove is, and I put the pan exactly here. That's hard.
To what you're saying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Craig.
Oh, okay. To see the child do what would be a kid's kiss, like, and that was the one that just like, oh
that
my
was the one
God,
I was like, "Ooh."
that got me right there. I mean, yes, pointing high,
She was grabbing a hand or something.
it looked, yeah, exactly. And then after the kiss, it almost looked like she was waving bye-bye with the hand, and almost like the hand was maybe being carried a little, you know, like pulling a little. Ooh,
I didn't see the pulling, but so I know from having a brilliant child that will do whatever you tell them to do on camera. If Everly was this age, and Everly was brilliant at this age, and she would do things I told her to do on camera, if I told her to do this sequence of events, she like wouldn't be able to remember this. First start waving goodbye, then follow it, and then look up, and then like it's too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, it's way too much.
And then what gets me and gives me full body chills every time is just before the kiss moment, you see like her looking at her like, are we gonna kiss? And then like her body does this thing where if someone's leaning in to kiss you and you're not sure if you should or not, that's what her body does. She does this, okay, kiss. And then I feel like the point at the end is like the subconscious, mom, are you seeing this? Like, they're leaving. And then she's all happy about it because she's not affected by the ways of the world and that this isn't real. Like she thinks it's real. I just love this so much. And there are people on the internet who are like, she's waving to planes. There's someone on the freeway that she's waving to. You can hear the traffic noise. And I'm like, dude, this like watch her watch things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's so intense on that. And
you can
to
see
me,
where
what
it's
sold
at.
it was that, and what sold me was the kiss. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. People want me to show it again, so I will show it
let's see.
again.
I like this one too because, like I said, the other one left me with like a lot of uneasiness. So this one has a very light.
I mean, it's still creepy as hell, full body chills, but it's beautiful.
No, for me, it's beautiful, like comforting.
beautiful.
Okay, this is nice. This is all a good interaction.
What are you waving at, Liv?
Bye, kiss. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Oh, what's that? Oh.
What are you waving at, Liv?
Bye, kiss. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Oh, what's that? Oh.
Amazing.
I like that one.
I like it.
Yeah.
Your husband doesn't like it, but I
Oh
like
no, he doesn't like any of that.
Well, he says he does like the woodja at the end.
it.
That's what my parents used to say. I used to say that all the time, apparently. So I always laugh when I hear little kids say that too.
Yeah. Well, if
Interesting.
you out there watching the show like this kind of stuff, whether it's aliens or ghosts or time travel or whatever, and you want to see some paranormal activity on the Vaudacity network, let us know in the chat. And thank you, Amanda and Craig, for playing along.
See, it'll be a really fun show.
Yes. Whatever it ends up being called, we're going to do some paranormal stuff on the network at some point, somewhere. Give it up for Amanda and Craig.
Thank you.
And the
Good rest of your show.
Here's for a lot more mystery and full body chills. I'm sorry, Craig, I said thank you, but come on back and bring that wheel with you.
All right, why not? We'll do one more there.
We got time for one more. But before we do, actually, let's talk about, again, how to say thank you and what's coming up in the future. If you missed it earlier,
Yes, let's
Here
do that.
is, I'm going to keep the paranormal music playing because I love it. Here's a way to say thank you to anybody. Drop them a gift. Anybody knocked your socks off tonight or you came here specifically to support, there's their Venmo. If you're watching the show after it's live, you can drop it in the Venmo at Vaudacity Network. Just let us know which show it's for. And if you're watching live and you want me to read the Vaudacitygram, just drop into the super chat at the bottom of the Google chat and I'll make sure it gets split amongst the cast. As for what's coming up in the future, let's talk about the fun stuff. The Panano Man is back. David Benjamin, who you saw this evening, he's back Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. with fresh puns and classical piano music. Of course, every Wednesday night is Amanda on Demanda. Amanda, if you're still around, do we have a theme yet? Are we going to hear it here first, or are we going to...
Oh, no, I'm still behind this week.
She's going to figure it out.
But I will figure that out either tonight or tomorrow.
There will be a theme, and she will be back Wednesday night at 9. Thursday night, every Thursday night, is Hunter. But this week, he's actually going to be a little late. It's going to be Hunter After Dark. The Lovecast 97 is going to be at 9 p.m. this week, as I gathered watching his show yesterday. He's got a gig, but it's going to be fun. Like, I get off work at 6, so normally when I'm... don't tell anybody, but when I'm commenting on the show, I'm driving home enjoying his show. I'm a horrible role model. I should not have even said that in public. But I'm excited for this Thursday night. He's starting at 9 p.m. and we can't wait to see Lovecast 97. Looking further into the future, the following Monday is a huge event. We're raising money for suicide prevention. It is a charity live stream to kick off our birthday week, Monday, March 14th at 8 p.m. I'm about to make some cast announcements pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, but it's going to be a star-studded cast, and we're raising money for suicide prevention, as I mentioned. Can't wait to see you there. The walk is, of course, on the 19th, the following Saturday. And if you want to get involved and walk with so many Vaudacity cast members, get in touch with Julie Emery or Don Emery on the Facebooks. I mentioned that it's kicking off Vaudacity birthday week number 2. And Zachary White says, don't type and drive. I'm not typing. I'm voice dictating. Of course. But I'm watching Hunter, of course. I mean, he's Hunter. Monday is, of course, that charity telethon. Tuesday, we got a double header, Dancing with Dari and the Panano Man. Wednesday, another double header, Amanda on Demanda and Deep Cuts. Thursday, Hunter's Lovecast. That'll be 98. And Friday night will be Paulie's online variety show number 96. Will that be jazz night? I haven't picked a theme for it yet, but we'll find something fun to do that night. Saturday, as I mentioned, the morning's the walk. In the evening, the Benjamins are returning with their first picker circle with Benjamin out in the world after PB post Benjamin Benjamin out in the world. The picker circle is returning. That's what I'm trying to say. Join us for that Saturday night, and then Sunday we're rounding off the week with a suggestion box of improv comedy. Sunday night, the 20th. It's going to be a lot of fun, and of course, we got a big cruise coming up. If you're not signed up, it's not an April Fool's joke like we kind of teased it might be, but it's not. April Fool's is not a thing. Launching a cruise, a Paulie's Picnic cruise from the port of Los Angeles is a thing, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Join us for that. We've got a live show on the boat. We're having fun together as a family on the boat. If you haven't heard anything about it and want to join, hit up Anna Ginavola and we'll figure out how to get you there.
Or Dari Mills or Christina Beelan, because those are her offspring.
I love Chris Farron. He's so clever with words. That's why I'm kind of onto him on a couple
AOD episode 50.
But he's saying Amanda on Demanda episode 51 should be paranormal because Area 51. Love it.
Yes.
Y'all want to get paranormal? Will that be fun? I had fun in that segment.
That was neat. There's so many things that are explainable, but there's so many things that are unexplainable.
Debunking is the first thing we want to do as humans, of course. You don't want to be gullible and just say, yeah, that's a ghost. Oh, I forgot to show. Should I do it or is it past? Some things from the Haunted Man. Amanda, are you still around?
I'm sure she is.
Yes, I am here. If you
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the one I was talking about. I have a secret haunted man link on YouTube because I've been showing it to some Hollywood people,
We
and
don't talk about that.
Right,
No.
right, that's right. But I'm able to access it to show you guys some stuff. And here's the one I was talking about. I made this clip. This is obviously a fake clip that I made. And I had a lot of fun with the reflections on the walls and how it kind of added to how I think authentic it looks. This is the Ghost Bride video for anyone who's seen the movie.
Yeah.
This is what our ghost hunters in the movie are known for capturing. And it's a bride coming down the hall. So that one I totally made. But that's the one I was talking about, like, we know, like, I knew to look at the walls in that one where he's being dragged around. As far as fishing wire went, this scene right here we used fishing wire to make it happen. And I'll share that.
Were you wronged in some way?
You trying to catch a fish with a bear trap?
Was that for me?
Yeah, this isn't a regular hunt, right? Our target is very specific.
Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right.
I hear your wedding dress was beautiful, Victoria. Would you show it to us?
We'd love to see that beautiful dress. Will you show us? Will you appear for us, Victoria? We'd love to see it up close.
Come on, girlie. What did your dress look like before it was covered with blood? So, for instance, with that one, like, that was fishing wire. And the fishing wire was hanging above our heads the entire scene. But, like, the camera just, like, I didn't do any digital editing. The camera just didn't pick it up. So that's what I was saying with, like, the sign flying off the floor and like that. A lot of stuff fishing wire can do.
Yeah.
But my favorite is still with Stephanie.
I'm wondering if I have that in YouTube somewhere. Oh, I might have it in my Google Drive. Stand by one moment.
Yeah.
So for anybody,
go ahead.
No, you.
No, I was gonna say what I love about the whole thing is that the terror that you see that she has. It's, I mean, she's freaked.
Yeah. Oh, I might not be ready to show it, so it's just a huge tease to everybody. But when we were shooting the movie in a hotel that is, like, known to be super haunted, right, if you believe in that. And we were doing one scene, and to Debunker's credit, our crew had duct taped the lock to a certain room so that people could go in and out if they needed to without a key card. But they were shooting a scene outside that door, and when one of the characters said, "Was there any sign of her?" the door opens. And
yeah, you do have that footage somewhere.
I do. Of course I have it.
You do. I've seen it.
I don't have it ready. And Stephanie looks at the camera like, was that supposed to happen? And, like, everyone behind the camera was like, and she throws her props and runs the other way.
Yeah.
We'll show that on the next episode because I don't have it ready right now. But
I mean, that one is awesome.
We love the paranormal here on
Yes.
Vaudacity Network. So we'll bring you some paranormal super soon.
Yeah.
It's good.
It'll be fun.
We're going to make it normal. I do have to give a big paranormal thank you to
She's out of this world.
Emily Thatcher with the out of this world support for the network and the performers, dropping in the super chat with a super generous tip and a giant Ava Parasado, waving flags and lighting off fireworks. Love it. Thank you, Emily. Love you, my friends. All right, I'm gonna wrap up a song. We'll do a curtain call and then call it a night. Thank you again, Amanda, for jumping on. Craig, let's see that wheel one more time.
All right, let's do that. Hang on a second. There she is.
It's like no matter how you hit that wheel, the space next to Sex and Candy got something. It's like,
I was just thinking the same thing.
all right, so we're going to close the show with some butter. It's going to be super smooth. Well, I mean, we'll see. We've never performed the songs before, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Smooth. I'm feeling like I need a capo that I do not have. That's right. Trust your gut. Trust your instinct. Trust your capo watch. Smell like butter, like a criminal undercover. Going pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, I owe it all to my mother. Hot like summer, yeah, I'm making you smile like that. Break it down. Oh, when I look in the mirror, I'll melt your heart into two. I got the superstar glow, so ooh, ooh, ooh. Sidestep right, left to my beat. High like the moon, dance with me, baby. You know that I got that heat. Let me show you, 'cause talk is cheap. Sidestep right, left to my beat. Get it, let it roll smooth like butter. Pull you in like no other. Don't need no usher to remind me I got it bad. Ain't no other that can sweep you up like a robber. Straight up, I got you, making you fall like that. Break it down. Oh, when I look in the mirror, I melt your heart into two. I got the superstar glow, so ooh, ooh, break it down. Sidestep right, left to my beat. high like the moon, rock with me. Baby, you know that I got that heat. Let me show you that talk is cheap. Sidestep right, left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Sidestep right, left to my beat. High like the moon, rock with me. Baby, you know that I got that heat. Let me show you that talk is cheap. Sidestep right, left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Say thank you one more time. Let's bring any performers who are still around back on screen for a curtain call. Of course, producer Craig. Give it up one more time for producer Craig. Nope, wrong one. Wrong button. There we go. If Amanda and David are around, it's fine. Give it up for Amanda Benjamin, David Benjamin, Zachary White, producer Craig Jackman, and before we say goodnight, we'll say a big thank you to Christina Beelan of a Parasato with a thumbs up. Love it. There's the Benjamins.
Together
And
again.
with Lily. Is that Lily or can't see? That's not Lucy, right? Is that Lily? Lily?
You're muted.
There we go.
I'm muted?
No,
Oh,
we,
no, they are.
Oh.
it's
Hi,
Lily.
Lily.
It's Lily.
Yeah, it's Lily girl.
Good to see you. Oh, give it up for
So,
Lily.
folks, to explain the thing that Amanda put in the chat, so she came back downstairs, and I was at the kitchen counter facing the wall, and she goes, "Oh, hi." And I jumped. I had my
like 10
headphones
feet
in. I
there.
was listening to Paul show on my iPad. I had my headphones in, and I just, oh my god!
He did like literally tap me there. He thought I was a ghost.
Not the first time it's happened. It actually happens a lot.
He said he's not into paranormal.
Not
but-
into it.
And after all that, oh, I'm not scared of anything. Oh no, there's no ghosts.
Literally. It was like, oh my god.
Well, I know Zach's probably in bed. It's later in Texas, but thank you, Amanda and David and Craig. Thanks to our social media team, Heather, Dari, Christina. Thank you to our cruise director, Anna Ginavola, for all the work she's doing. I hope you'll join us on the cruise. Give it up for Lily Benjamin as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and have a good night. Keep hitting the wrong button. Which one should it be? No, not that one. Not this one, but I can't wait for the next one of these. Just love this one. How about this one? Not that one. Danny Roque take over the show. Craig, we're all having fun here. Let's spin that wheel one more time. Is there a bot? Somebody said hi, bot. Yes.
Oh, really? Did we miss a bot?
Bakhtar Hudas says Voonrant. Voonrant.
Ooh, hello, Voonrant. Okay. Should we wheel it again?
Let's wheel it again. I'm having fun.
All right. One more wheel. Let's do this.
Sex and candy. I'm going to laugh.
I think that should be You Ought to Know.
You auto know. Like a bot.
Like a bot. Autobot.
Let's do that one. Would help if I spell auto right. You ought to know. You?
I think that's on me, I think.
No.
I typed them all in.
It's me trying to find it on this website. There it is.
Oh.
Got it.
Being influenced by me.
Probably. Big Brother is everywhere. Have we had another Amazon Fresh commercial behind me? Who knows?
I haven't seen one. Okay. Looks like your ocean is still swimming.
It's an aquarium. It's my deep cuts aquarium.
Okay. Your aquarium is still swimming, or wet, or fishy.
Dari says, I don't know, is a indie song. They probably play it at Coachella on the third stage. I want you to know I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. Another version of me, is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? Would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. 'Cause the love that you made, the love that you gave me, we made, wasn't able to make it enough for me to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd hold me until you died? But you're still alive and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. Was I a slap in the face? How quickly I was replaced? Are you thinking of me when you... Fuck her. 'Cause the love that you gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd hold me until you died? Till you died. But you're still alive and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. joke that you laid in the bed, that was me, and I'm not gonna fade. Soon as you close your eyes, you know it. And every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Can you feel it? I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know